Hello guys and welcome to our brand new K-pop AI analysis of Handlebars by Jennie and Lipa. Enjoy. Chorus, Jennie. I trip and fall in love. Just like a Tuesday drunk. I always go all in, all in, all in. Over the handlebars. Hitting the ground so hard. If I'm alone, Fallon. 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 We ain't gotta talk about it. First off, right from the chorus, the imagery is really interesting. Tripping and falling in love is such a vivid metaphor that connects the chaotic feeling of being swept off your feet by love to the clumsiness of physical falling. The comparison to being Tuesday drunk implies it's a regular, almost uncontrollable feeling, like love has this dizzying effect, something you dive into without thinking too much. The idea of going all in is so strong here. It represents total commitment or recklessness in love, as if there's no other choice but to throw yourself into the experience. Then we get to over the handlebars, which is a pretty cool metaphor for losing control. It reminds me of riding a bike and then suddenly flipping over the handlebars. It's intense and jarring, suggesting that love has a dangerous, unpredictable side, and you might fall hard. This gives the song an edge of vulnerability and danger, as if it's a love that can hurt but is still worth experiencing. The fact that they say, "we ain't gotta talk about it," might imply a certain freedom in not overanalyzing emotions. Sometimes love is raw and unspoken, and they're just feeling it rather than discussing it. It adds a sense of spontaneity and makes the vibe more carefree. Verse 1. Jennie, Lipa. Mercy. Why is it love is never kind to me? Me. I heard that fools rush in and yeah, that's me. It burns me time and time again. So why am I still fixing for this frying pan, thinkin'? Mercy is a good opener. It sets the tone for some emotional vulnerability. Love is never kind is a classic line that a lot of people can relate to. It's this acknowledgement that love isn't always easy or gentle. It can be painful, especially when you feel like you're the one who keeps falling for it, despite the heartache. Fools rush in is another nod to the idea of being impulsive in love, even when you know it might not end well. Why am I still fixing for this frying pan? This line is a bit of a twist. It's like saying you're willing to jump into the fire again, despite getting burned in the past. It represents a person who's addicted to the thrill, even when they know the consequences. Pre-chorus. Lipa, Jennie and both. I wonder what you're doing for tonight and forever. I could be the rest of your life or whatever. My lips and your lips, we could press them together. I don't ever think twice, and baby, that's why. The pre-chorus introduces more vulnerability. What you're doing for tonight and forever suggests someone is wondering if this connection is just temporary or if it could turn into something real. It's like wanting to know if there's potential for something longer term or if it's just another fleeting moment. The imagery of my lips and your lips is really intimate, almost seductive, showing the physical connection and the electric tension between the two people. The line, I don't ever think twice, implies that when it comes to love, they're not second-guessing themselves. They're just living in the moment, which ties back to the reckless and all-in approach to love. Verse 2. Lipa. Another round, another drink. I try to stop, but I can't think about anything else but you. And I'm a little too buzzed on your love to play it cute. A single kiss. I lost my mind for 7 days and 7 nights. Can't eat, sleep, baby, it's true. Tryna bite my lip, I'm probably gonna slip and say some crazy shit to you. Here we see more of the intoxicating side of love, the way it can completely consume you. Another round, another drink, paints a picture of someone drowning their thoughts in alcohol, trying to stop thinking about the person they're in love with, but just getting more lost in them. The line, buzzed on your love, is such a great metaphor for how love can be like a drug or alcohol, where you lose yourself in it, and it takes over your thoughts and actions. The lost my mind for 7 days and 7 nights emphasizes the obsessive, consuming nature of love, almost to the point of madness. It's exciting and overwhelming, but it also has this slightly unhealthy edge. Like love can mess with your clarity. Chorus. Jennie and Lipa. I trip and fall in love. Just like a Tuesday drunk. Always go all in, all in, all in. Over the handlebars. Hitting the ground so hard. If I'm alone, Fallon. 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 The chorus repeats here, reinforcing the central theme of the song. It's a moment of realizing that, once again, the fall into love is reckless and intense. It's no longer just a single verse or experience. It's a cycle that repeats itself. Outro. Dua Lipa and Jennie. We ain't gotta talk about. No 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 no. We ain't gotta talk about. No 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 no. We ain't gotta talk about it. The outro returns to the carefree attitude, reinforcing the "we don't need to talk about it" sentiment. After all the intense emotions, the wild falls in and out of love, the obsession and the intensity, the song ends on a note of simplicity and spontaneity. It's almost like saying, let's not overcomplicate things. Let's just enjoy this moment. Overall analysis and tone. This song feels like a roller coaster of emotions. It's a blend of wild, impulsive love and the bittersweet consequences of diving in too fast. The tone is both playful and intense. There's a sense of abandon in the way the characters throw themselves into their emotions, yet there's also a bit of self-awareness about the chaos they're inviting. The symbolism of falling, whether it's physically or emotionally, is prevalent throughout, making it clear that love is a risky adventure. The whole drunk on love vibe conveys that love can be intoxicating and overwhelming. There's a push and pull dynamic here between recklessness and vulnerability. On the one hand, they're all in, they trip, they fall, they feel everything deeply. On the other, they avoid talking about it, keeping things light and not letting the complexities of love weigh them down too much. In conclusion, Handlebars is a fun, upbeat song that portrays the intoxicating thrill of love through clever metaphors and lively energy. It's about the heady feeling of being swept off your feet, even when you know it might hurt, and yet you keep falling anyway.